And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, again with another MLB Star 22 custom video. And in this one, we're going to continue to highlight the players that we saw traded at the trade deadline. And the first one that we're going to focus on here is Mitch Haniger, traded from the Columbus Cardinals to the Atlanta Crusaders. And what was actually really funny about this here is actually these two teams play each other here. We're going to start out with this matchup between Columbus and Atlanta. Atlanta sitting at 56 and a 52. Meanwhile, Columbus at 51 and 56. But the guy that came in to replace Mitch Haniger, Corbin Carrol, is making his Major League debut here in this game as well for the Columbus Cardinals. So definitely want to focus on these two players as Mitch Haniger debuts with his new team here in Atlanta. And Corbin Carrol makes his Major League debut here for the Cardinals in this one. So a lot of interesting storylines here converging. And when I did that trade between these two teams, I didn't even really realize that these teams were playing each other like the very next day after that trade happened. So very interesting stuff here. But the next few episodes are going to be just kind of highlighting player debuts because we're going to call some guys up for, because of these because of the trades that we saw. As there's Mitch Haniger's numbers this season, 252 average, 24 homers this year for him. He has been excellent this season and looking to get Atlanta that final push to a playoff spot. Right now, 5 games above 500 at the moment. But, the next couple of months of this season are going to be really focusing on players debuting with their new teams. This is probably going to be the last time that we're going to do that in an episode, but also a bunch of young players and young talent is going to be called up here, not only because of the trades that have been made in this series here, but also because of the September call-ups, which is going to happen here in a couple of episodes from now, if I can't remember. I think 2 episodes from now is really when the September call-up period happens. So we'll be focusing on a lot of debuts here in this franchise going forward for the next month, last month of the season or so. But back in this game, that's a base hit up the middle. Going home is the runner, and he will score. I'm not sure who that actually is out there on base, but the batter there gets a big-time single. I believe it was Andy Ibanez at the plate. I'm not 100% sure actually who that hitter was. Yes, it is Andy Ibanez with a RBI single back up the middle. 2-1 Columbus. Now Ruben Odor is going to swing and miss on a pitch there below the knees in the dirt. Patrick Corbin gets out of that top of the 4th inning, but it's a 2-1 lead for the Cardinals now here in this bowl game. Yusei Kikuchi on the mound for Columbus in this one. There's a ground ball, and it's not stopped by the second baseman there, but they do end up getting the out because because Turner picked up the baseball and then tagged Luke Voigt going to second. So Haniger will reach on that play, but let's see here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning now. Javi Baez up the top of the order. He gets a hit. Now it's Wilmer Flores at the plate, and Wilmer Flores is going to deliver with a 3-run homer. So a blast right there makes it a 3-4 game. We now go to the 6th inning, and here's Corbin Carrol again for his 3rd at-bat in the bigs. He is 0 for 2 so far. Here comes the first pitch to him from Corbin. It's a swing and a drive deep into the outfield here. Jimenez on his horse, and that ball is going to fall in, and it's going to go over the wall. So Corbin Carrol is going to get his first hit in the big leagues. It's a ground rule double into the left center field gap. Great swing right there by Carrol. And Eli, didn't really take a great route on the baseball there, but that one was driven far enough into the gap that it ended up falling in for a double. So one more look here at this swing by Carrol, and the ball there going into the gap. So good job by Carrol. Congratulations for him on that. That's a big milestone for him. Now Odor is going to swing and miss again. Another key strikeout in a big spot right there in the 6th inning. And, I mean, not on a good pitch either. That was a pitch way inside right there by Corbin. A circle change there at 80 miles an hour in the zone, or not in the zone, but inside off of the plate. Now Jacob Stallings is up here, and Jacob Stallings is going to take a pitch right in the inside corner for strike 3. So Patrick Corbin, I mean, I'm not sure how many strikeouts he has total in this game, but he's gotten 3 in just the short amount of time that we've seen him pitch in this one. But Corbin Carrol gets a double and no score from that extra base hit, though the Cardinals do not take advantage of that extra base knock. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 1-run game here with Atlanta on top. And Luke Voigt striding up to the plate. When we go to quick management, Luke Voigt is going to launch a home run. Bomb by Luke Voigt here. So a 2-run lead now for Atlanta. And here he is, Mitch Haniger up again. He is 0 for 2 so far today in his Atlanta debut here. Zach Littell on the mound for Columbus. There's a line drive, and it is right to the second baseman. Unfortunately, Ruben Odor takes care of it. So some hard hit balls today by Haniger, but not anything on him for him offensively so far, as Corbin Carrol is up again. Seth Lugo pitching here in the 8th, and that 3-0 pitch is below for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk. Corbin Carrol is going to get on for the second time today, as here's Ibanez. Had that RBI single in his last at-bat, or in his first at-bat of the game. And there's a line drive by Garcia, or into center field. Garcia brings it back in, and Andy Ibanez has a 2 for 3 night. So here is Ruben Odor now. He's the go-ahead run at the plate. Swings and misses at a 4-seamer high up in the zone. And Ruben Odor, very frustrated. His 3rd strikeout of the game. And he breaks his bat there after that swing. I mean, he's had some great opportunities, RBI chances in this game, and he just hasn't come through. And look at this again. Wow, that is some strength right there by Ruben Odor. Breaks the bat off of his knee there. And that is a really cool animation. I really like that animation. I've never really seen that before in this game. But now we go to the bottom of the 8th, and Anthony Rendon is going to launch a home run. So Atlanta just keeps adding on to their lead in this ball game now, up by 3 runs. As we go to the 8th and last at-bat for Mitch Haniger here in his Atlanta debut. As there's a ground ball. It's hit pretty well up the middle, and Odor can't get to it. So there's a base hit. The first hit of the year for Mitch Haniger here in an Atlanta uniform. So not as impressive as some of the other debuts that we saw last episode, but I mean 1 for 4 day for Haniger here today. There's a pop-up in foul territory. Goes the 3rd baseman, and Hernandez is going to get that ball and make the play. So Crusaders here up by 3 runs as we go to the 9th, and it's not good news for the Cardinals because Edwin Diaz is going to come on to close the game, and he has been ridiculous this year. He's given up 1 run still in 41.2 innings this year, 32 out of 33 save opportunities, 41 strikeouts to only 13 walks. He's already got 2 down here in the 9th. Harold Ramirez at the plate. 0-2 pitch is a ground ball over to Flores, and that will do it. And Atlanta gets the win here against Columbus. They improve their 57th win of the season. They're now 6 games above 500, and meanwhile, the Cardinals fall to 57 and 51 on the year. So, a good 3-6 win by the Crusaders. Mitch Haniger will only win 1 for 4 in this game. And meanwhile, Corbin Carrol went 1 for 3. A walk, a double as well in this one. And that was a base hit by Ibanez there. So Columbus had the lead early on in this game, but they lost that lead right there. And Patrick Corbin, I think Patrick Corbin had a pretty decent night on the mound. There's a strikeout of Jacob Stallings. Seth Lugo getting that strikeout of Ruben Odor there in the 8th inning. That was a huge play. And then that final out of grounder to second base. So the Crusaders win that first game of that series here. And yeah, a 3-6 final score. Bonus with the 2 for 4 a day. And an RBI for Aguilar. He's got 59 of them now this season. That's really impressive. But yeah, 1 for 3 day for Corbin Carrol right here with a double in his first major league action of his career. Yusei Kikuchi has an over 6 ERA this season. He has just really been struggling, not to say the least. Of course, that ERA is just a big signifier of that, but he was all right today. Home run by Voit, Flores, Rendon, and Baez. 5 solo homers in this game by Atlanta. Powered them to a win. Actually, Flores had a 3-run home run. Never mind. But yeah, all their runs were scored via the long ball in this game. Right there, so you get a look at some of the box scores. And then Patrick Corbin had 6 strikeouts and 7 hits, but only 2 runs allowed. He's had a little bit of a rough season with a 5.49 ERA, but he gets the win. Diaz gets his 33rd save of the year. That is incredible. 0.63 ERA. That's ridiculous. So we're going to stick with the Cardinals here in this episode. And another guy making his major league debut here in this episode is going to be Hunter Greene, starting pitcher. Now, I know he pitched again in real life for a full season this year with the Cincinnati Reds, but his 71 overall got really good K per 9 upside, 69 on that K per 9. There is 60 on his hit per 9. His other stats, low, high 40s, so not terrible stats there, but this is a guy that should be a star and should be a really good pitcher for the Columbus Cardinals going into the future. The Rhinos sitting at 41 and 69 this year. They have really struggled all season. But there is Hunter Greene making his major league debut here today. So one debut was Corbin Carrol, and the next day it's Hunter Greene. Don't know why they don't show you his minor league stats, but he was doing really well in the minor leagues for sure. So here's Jean Segura. 264 average for him, 17 stolen bases. That's actually pretty impressive. 2-2 to Segura is a fly ball. It is pretty deep into left field, and it is caught right in front of the wall. Wow, that was a close play right there at the wall. But here's the starting lineup for the Rhinos. Not great. You got Segura there. You got Jose Iglesias, Frank Schwindel batting 275, Eddie Rosario, Cody Bellinger, Josh Naylor, Reese McGuire, Nick Ahmed, and Clint Frazier, who they just recently called up. But yeah, overall not a great lineup here. Jose Iglesias, 248 average, 637 OPS. I think the highest average on the team was 275 by Frank Schwindel. There's a curveball in on the batter, and that's the first strikeout for Hunter Greene in his major league career. He gets Iglesias looking. 2 down here in the first. And that's the best stat that Hunter Greene has in his repertoire here is his K per 9. And that's the first of many strikeouts he's going to get in the majors. Now Frank Schwindel is going to swing and miss. Maybe the first of many he's going to get in this game. As there is a couple of strikeouts to end the first for Hunter Greene. Really like these Columbus uniforms. Actually, one of my favorite jerseys in the game. But now we go, Walker Buehler there. Let's look at his stats. And he's been one of the best players on this team, just overall in general. A bright spot for the Richmond Rhinos this season. A 3.27 ERA for him and a 105 whip in, his 22 starts. We go to the top of the second. Here's Josh Naylor, a younger player that really has struggled this season. I mean, very low average, only 11 home runs and 33 ribbies. As there's a swing and a miss and a fastball. Good pitch by Hunter Greene, who's got velocity behind his pitches, throwing them in the high 90s, 98, 99 miles an hour. He is throwing, that was at 99. I think he might be able to hit triple digits, as we might see that in this game. But there's a swing and a drive by Naylor, deep into the outfield and right, and it is gone. So a home run by Josh Naylor, his 12th of the season. And it's 1-2. The Rhinos are on the board here in the second inning. So Naylor taking advantage of a mistake in location right there by Hunter Greene. A pitch that caught way too much of the plate. And, well, that was a no-doubter. Naylor knew it right there. A projected distance of 350 feet. Well, that was crushed. Now it's Reese McGuire at the plate, and Reese McGuire is going to take a changeup below the zone. And Reese McGuire, yeah, he's really struggling. I mean, just a lot of six below 700 OPS is on this team. There's really not a lot of guys with an over 700 OPS, which, is the 700 OPS is pretty much average in the majors. But, yeah, this team's offense is not very great, and that's a ground out to Turner there at short. So the Rhinos do get on the board, though, with that home run, so it's a 2-1 game. So you go to the top of the third inning, and here's Nick Ahmed. Struggling this year, 207 average for him with 5 homers and 15 RBIs. 2-2 pitch. Did he go around? He did not, says the first base umpire there on a 99-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. But the count is still full here. And then here comes the 3-2. And that one misses upstairs for ball 4. So home run last inning, a walk to start the top of the third inning. Here's Frazier at the plate, and Frazier is going to ground it up the middle. There's a good play by the second baseman, and a well-turned double play. That was nice there. And I bet Hunter Green appreciates that play by the defense right there, as then Gene Segura is going to swing and miss at a fastball inside. Really well-located pitch right there on the inside corner. So a walk, but Hunter Green walks around and ends up walking a 1-2-3 top of the third. So I go to the fourth. Here's Iglesias at the plate. 2-2 to Iglesias is a drive, and that ball is down, and that ball is going to roll into the gap near the wall. Iglesias is going to stride to second with a double. So Iglesias with his 19th double of the season. And now it's Eddie Rosario at the plate. 2-2 count to Rosario. Ground ball. And Aguilar is there. Moving up to third. He is the runner. 2 down now in this fourth inning. Here comes Cody Bellinger, one of the better hitters on the team for Richmond. 1-2 to Bellinger. Is a swing and a miss. There's a good fastball pumping gas right by Cody Bellinger right there on that pitch. 99 on that fastball. I'm not sure if he is going to hit triple digits in this game, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he's capable of it. That was rear back and throw the ball as hard as you possibly can right there from Hunter Green. So we're in the fifth inning now, and there's a ground ball, a nice diving stop, but they will not be able to get the out at first. So Josh Naylor had a home run early. He gets a base hit there. Now Reese McGuire is at the plate, and that one misses outside. Fastball 97, so Nick Ahmed is on deck, but now this count moves to 3-1. And it's now full. The 3-2 is a fastball that misses low. So a hit and a walk begin the fifth for Hunter Green. Now here's Nick Ahmed again, walked in his first at-bat of the game. Not really worried yet, but I mean, one-run game, nobody out in this inning. There's a bunt. It's a hard hit bunt, and they go to second. They get one out there. They will not be able to turn a double play. So runners will, go to first and third now with one down in the inning. Still an excellent RBI opportunity for Clint Frazier. And Frazier is going to fly it into the outfield here, pretty deep into right. This should be plenty deep to score the run. The throw to the plate is not going to be in time. It comes in on a hop, and Richmond has tied the game. So Clint Frazier will get his third RBI of the season for him there, as there's 2 down now in the inning. Gene Segura at the plate. Can Hunter Green get out of this fifth inning here? Got 71 pitches on the ledger. 0-1, a fly ball, and it's right field, and it's going to be caught by Jonathan Davis in right. So that'll end the top of the fifth inning. The Rhinos get a run off of a base hit in that inning here. 2-2 tie. We go to the sixth. Still pitching Jose Iglesias at the plate, and that ball misses. So a little bit of struggle with the walks by Hunter Green in this game. That's already his third that he's allowed. And, you know, the first, or the third one in the last couple of innings. Now it's Frank Schwindel. 2-1, and Schwindel's a line drive into right field. And it's going to go over the wall. It's a home run. Frank Schwindel with his 11th of the year. And the Rhinos go up 4-2 here in the 6th. So a fastball here, high in the zone, and Schwindel hit it a long way. Just got over that wall. Not hit very far, but over the wall enough. And now Stephen Brault is going to come out of the bullpen. So that was the last pitch right there by Hunter Green in this game, who, you know, got 4 runs. And this inning went from bad to worse as Reese McGuire launches a 3-run homer. Now a double by Nick Ahmed, and Stephen Brault really struggled there. I mean, that was unfortunate. Just didn't do his job at all in that 6th inning. Gave up a lot more runs there. 5-run at top of the 6th. It's a 7-2 game now. And Walker Buehler is still pitching really well. Petit does get through the 7th, but now a new pitcher, Hector Santiago, is going to come out of the bullpen, who's been actually really good for the Rhinos out of the pen. Now we're going to go back to the bullpen here. And Ryan Brazier is going to come on to pitch in this 8th inning. There's another home run. Josh Naylor, 4 for 4 a day for Josh Naylor today with a couple of homers. Now Clint Frazier is going to launch a home run, his first of this season. And I said the Richmond offense was not very good, and the Richmond offense has scored 10 runs in this game tonight. So maybe proving me wrong a little bit. I mean, overall in the season, they just haven't been good. They've been really popping off in this game, though, that's for sure, as Santiago is going to pitch 4 innings, I think, 3 or at least 3 innings of relief. They're out of the bullpen, and Walker Buehler will get a win. So the Rhinos will avoid their 70th loss of the season, and meanwhile, 52-58 for the Cardinals now is their record. And the loss does go to Hunter Green here, unfortunately, in his Major League debut, which was a decent debut. Not awful, really, by any means, but you would have expected a little bit of a better performance against this Rhino offense. But yeah, I mean, really, the home run by Naylor and then that big 3-run homer by Frank Schwindel was really the only thing that Hunter Green allowed. The bullpen just couldn't do anything else after he left in this ball game. But for Hunter Green here, let's get a snapshot kind of what his numbers were in this game. 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs allowed, 3 strikeouts, or 3 walks, excuse me, and 4 strikeouts. A 7.2 ERA for him in this bowl game. Not an awful, but not an amazing performance either. And meanwhile, the Richmond Rhinos had 5 home runs in this game, including 2 by Josh Naylor, who went 4 for 4 in the game overall, and Walker Buehler, 6 innings, 7 hits, 6 strikeouts, and his 8th win of the year. So we will go into another bowl game here. We got quite a few of them in this episode. And in this one, Kris Bubic is going to be making his first start of the season. The Arrows 63-46 on the year. Meanwhile, the Expos still kind of sitting around 500 right now. 58 wins, I think, was their record on the year. And here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Not really the guy we're focused on in this episode, but I mean, he's had, of course, an impressive season. A 922 OPS for him this year. But here he is, Kris Bubic, called up from the minors after a trade, actually, by the Arrows, I think. Or maybe, I don't know if they did trade somebody. But either way, man, Kris Bubic has had an incredible season. That's right, they did have Antonio Senzatella, I believe. But, you know, Bubic pitched a little bit last year in real life for the Kansas City Royals, but his first start here in Indianapolis, as that's a 4-seamer on the corner for strike 3, and Kris Bubic with his first strikeout of the season. And if you also remember, to that trade deadline episode, Kris Bubic was having a ridiculous campaign in AAA. He had like a 2.17 ERA in AAA for the season, so he was just going off in AAA, just absolutely going crazy. And so definitely he deserves a chance on the Major League squad for a team here in Indianapolis looking to get to the playoffs here, and they are, good enough team to be able to get that, as there's a clean inning, or maybe not clean inning, but a hit allowed, but no runs, a scoreless bottom of the first. Now we go to the bottom of the second, and here's Joey Votto, only batting .215 this year overall. 1-2 here to him. Swing and a miss. A four-seamer there at 93. So Bubic is going to throw a 93, 94, maybe 95 mile-an-hour fastball. And that's kind of what his repertoire looks like, as there's a swing and a miss by Joey Votto. And now here's George Springer, batting .232. We've talked about Montreal's offense and their lack of production a lot this season already. But now, George Springer's going to swing and miss. At that fastball high and tight. A good pitch. Well located by Bubic here, and he walks around another single in this second inning. Both teams with 2 hits and no runs. As we go to the third, we go bottom half. Roman Quinn at the plate here. And now Roman Quinn is going to swing through that fastball there. Man, that one only a 91. But that fastball apparently fast enough that these hitters cannot catch up to it right now. 4 strikeouts now for Bubic. That's a fly ball, and it is going to drop in. Hayes almost had that one, and up to second goes the runner there. That's going to be a double. I believe that's Nicky Lopez, and it is 22nd double of the season for Lopez here. Now Bryson Stott at the plate, and Stott is going to foul that 12-seam curveball off. Now 1-2 count. Bubic is going to come here with an off-speed pitch, and it was a filthy one. 12-seam again. This time, cannot catch up to it. Stott swings through it. First strikeout on an off-speed pitch. There's a circle change that is going to be grounded to the shortstop, and a play made at first. So once again, Kris Bubic walking around a hit, looking at a double that time, and 5 strikeouts for him through 3 innings. Now Joey Votto up again, and Votto is going to take ball 4, that one into the dirt for a walk. So with an out here in the 4th inning, that's the first walk of the game for Kris Bubic and the 4th base runner total now. And here's Alex Kirilloff coming into the plate. He is 1 for 1. He's got one of the 3 hits against Kris in this game to this point. As he's going to ground it over to Vivas, and perfectly lands, just what the doctor ordered. A really close play, actually, at first base. And Kirilloff doesn't think he got out there on that play, but a double play to end the 4th. Just what Bubic was looking for in that scenario. Ryan McMahon comes up now to lead off the 5th inning. And there's a 12-seamer right at the knees. Filthy pitch right there. Great job by Bubic, who has really been effective in this game. That's strikeout number 6. And, had a few fastballs, a couple fastballs, and a couple of 12-seamers in that at-bat. And that's the 2 pitches that he's relying on right now in this game. Now here's George Springer, and he's going to swing and miss at a circle change right there below the knees. That was filthy. Oh my goodness. 7 strikeouts now for Bubic, and he's got 2 of them here to begin the 5th. Alex Roman Quinn struck out once already in this game. And that one is a fastball in the corner for strike 3. What an inning by Kris Bubic right there. That was a strikeout of the side. Here in the 5th, he's got 7 through 5 innings tonight. Showing that he is ready for the major leagues in this ball game. Now Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is going to swing and miss at an off-speed pitch. Oh, man. Filthy again from Kris Bubic, who had those first 3 or 4 strikeouts were all fastballs. Now he's getting everybody with those off-speed pitches, which have been working a treat for him in this game. Unreal 8 strikeouts. We go to the 7th inning. Here's a swing and a line drive that will fall in for a single. The 4th one of the game for Montreal, who's, again, their offense not producing, but Indianapolis hasn't scored yet in this game either. So, you know, we're still looking for our first run tonight for either one of these teams. Now here's Alex Kirilloff, who's going to ground it over to Lux. And for the second time in this game, a double play right when Kris Bubic wants it right there. Man, a couple of bad luck swings by the Expos in this one. The second double play that they grounded into tonight. And we're going to go to the 8th inning, where Luis Severino was still pitching here for Indianapolis, or for Montreal. He's having an incredible game, as that one misses inside for ball 4. And I actually think Bubic had 9 strikeouts. I think I might have miscounted there. But either way, that's actually going to be the end of the line for Luis Severino in this game, who pitched 7 incredible scoreless innings, only allowed 3 hits. Not sure how many walks he gave up, or strikeouts he had, but he salutes the crowd. They give him an ovation as he walks off. And here's Julian Merriweather, who's been this team's best pitcher out of the bullpen all season long. 108 innings, 2.82 ERA, went to that All-Star, win in the All-Star game this season. 106 strikeouts. Definitely the guy that you want in this scenario, as Luis Perdomo is going to come on as a pinch runner, and Austin Hayes is going to come up here to bat in this spot. A 2-2 pitch here to Austin Hayes. A swing and a miss there by Merriweather to Hayes. Is a swing and a miss by Austin Hayes right there. On-speed pitch. Got him out in front. And Austin Hayes not really doing that great this season for the Arrows. And that was a filthy pitch right there. So that one now trying to steal is Perdomo, and Luis Perdomo is gone down at second base. Great play by Will Smith. I mean, it's so difficult to steal a bag against a guy like that, and that was a perfect throw to Nicky Lopez there, and didn't get a great jump on the ball. Zach Veen now at the plate, and Zach Veen is going to swing and miss. Pitch inside for strike 3, and Merriweather does end up getting out of the 8th inning without a run scored. So he will keep intact Luis Severino's 7 scoreless innings, as Trevino, not sure the first name of that catcher because I can't see it with the white graphic, but either way, a new pitcher or a new catcher coming on. Actually, no, so Kris Bubic is still on the mound, but they're going to take him out of the game here in the 8th inning. Makes sense. 7 shutout innings, though, with 9 strikeouts by Kris Bubic. That is an impressive debut to your season, proving that he should have probably maybe been at the majors the whole year for Indianapolis. But what a great start to his 2023 campaign, as that's a swing and a miss, or 2022 campaign. Actually, we're still in 2022 in this franchise. And out there, now Roman Quinn at the plate, and he is going to swing and miss at a changeup way in the dirt. My goodness, that was not a good pitch to swing at, and a filthy one there. Roman Quinn with the sombrero tonight, 3 strikeouts in the game. Still is scoreless. We're going to the 9th. Merriweather still pitching here to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's going to swing and miss at that pitch there. Count now 1-2. Vladdy checking his swing. And Merriweather's got the sign. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Vladdy. It's a swing and a miss. Slider outside. Great pitch by Merriweather, who keeps this 0 intact. And that was a brilliant pitch. Look at that one. Way late on that slider was Vladdy. And a filthy pitch right there. Merriweather hyped up after that pitch. Now it's Cedric Mullins at the dish. Mullins with a 3-2 pitch. Swung on and driven deep to right field. Roman Quinn is on the move, and that ball is gone! Cedric Mullins with a huge blast here in the 9th. That's his 20th homer of the season. And the Arrows are the first team to get on the board. It's 1-0 here in the 9th. Mullins trying to fire up the crowd here in Montreal. And my, oh my, what a massive swing by Cedric Mullins. Unreal. 384 on the distance. And just over that wall in right center field. just got enough of it to go over. Man, 1-0 now. There's a line drive caught by the first baseman. I think Joey Votto is either their DH or their first baseman. But the 6th hit of the game for the Arrows is the first run of the night for either team. And now that sets the stage for Garrett Whitlock to come on and close the door on this one. Whitlock has been one of the better closers this season. 34 saves in 36 opportunities. A 1.57 ERA this season is ridiculous stuff. Here's Licky Lopez. And Lopez is going to hit a slider. Not well located there high in the zone, but he doesn't get enough of it. It's a fly ball to center. 2 down in the inning now for Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who's 1 for 3 in the game. The single in the first inning. Trying to complete the shutout. Here's a 0-1. Ground ball to third base. Picked up the throw across the diamond is in time to end the game. And a shutout here for Indianapolis. 1-0. Started by Bubic. Kept going by Caprillion and then finished off by Garrett Whitlock, who gets his 34th save of the season. Or 35th save of the season, actually, this year. But, wow. So, Caprillion actually gets the win in this game. Kris Bubic does not, despite his excellent bowl game and an excellent start for him. But, what a game there. And the Indianapolis Arrows offense didn't do a whole lot, but they just did enough in this game to get the win. And get their, I think they're now 64 wins on the season for them in total. But what a swing by Cedric Mullins there in right field. So the Arrows win that first game of the series there. And the play of the game, yeah, Kris Bubic is the player of the game. That definitely makes sense. As not a lot of notables on offense for either side in this one. As, I mean, you had only 4 hits total by Montreal the whole game. Guerrero had his 20th double of the season. Cedric Mullins had, of course, his 20th home run of the season as well. Zach Veen actually had a triple as well. But Mullins had 64, his 64th RBI of the year. But, I mean, the main star of this show was Kris Bubic. 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs allowed, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. James Caprillion pitched a scoreless inning as well, and then Garrett Whitlock got his 35th save of the season. He's got a 1.34 ERA now this year, but what a outing by Kris Bubic to begin his season here in 2022. So that was impressive. Let's see what happens here. We got one more debut here for you in this episode, and it is for the Las Vegas Gamblers, actually, after the Miles Michaelis trade. Simeon Richardson making his Major League debut here in this one. Las Vegas sitting at 53-48 on the year, I believe. And meanwhile, mirror record for the Rattlers, who sit at 58-53 on the season. Something like that. But Colorado is still chasing a division title with the Bees this year, as there's a fastball action. That record is not quite correct. 51-58 for the Gamblers this season. So their season isn't going unreal or like crazy. You know, they're not really doing that impressively this year. Might not probably won't make the playoffs, especially after the Michaelis trade. But wanted to make room for Simeon Richardson to make his debut and pitch for Las Vegas. We now have Carlos Correa after that base hit to begin the game. It's a fly ball into center field. Marte is under it, makes the play, and there's 1 down here in the top of the first inning. And here's a look at this Colorado lineup. You got Josh Rojas leading off, Carlos Correa there, Brian Reynolds batting .316. The third spot, Mookie Betts, Seth Brown, Bobby Dolbeck, Wilson Contreras batting .277, Francisco Mejia, and Gabriel Arias. And here is Brian Reynolds, .316 average, .939 OPS, 17 homers and 52 ribbies. He has been ridiculously good this season, as that's a stolen base and an easy one at bat by Josh Rojas, his 14th of the year. So a 3-1 here is low for ball 4. And Brian Reynolds, who has, you know, over 400 on-base percentage, is excellent at drawing walks. And he does right there. Now Mookie Betts at the plate. Boy, Richardson, a little bit of traffic here in his first Major League inning. That 1-0 was there inside. And Mookie Betts did struggle with an injury this season, but still not really great numbers this year by Mookie Betts so far. Not really what he's doing in real life, or did in real life this season for the Dodgers. So kind of struggling offensively a little bit. Not really his usual self. 1-0 pitch. Line drive. Oh, it's stopped by Massey. They're going to get one out. But reaching at base, or reaching first, is going to be Mookie Betts. So a really great play, actually, by the second baseman, diving to make the stop. Now here's Seth Brown, and he's struggled this year, that's for sure. 2.02 average for the season for him, and he is going to swing and miss on a curveball. And there's the first strikeout for Simeon Richardson in his Major League career. That was going to end the top of the first inning. Walking around a single and a walk. Now here's Bobby Dolbeck. 17 homers and 51 RBIs. That's pretty good, but a 215 average is not. There's a swing and a miss. Not a great swing right there, and a curveball in the dirt. Great job by Richardson. That's his second Major League strikeout there. One down in this second inning. There's now Francisco Mejia with 2 outs in the frame. Mejia is going to ground it to Rojas at shortstop, who is playing in a shifted position there. And that's out number 3 in the top of the second. So, middle of the second inning, 1 hit for the Rattlers, but no runs. Still, we go, and we're quick managing here. And Yan Gomes is going to launch a 2-run homer for Las Vegas. So they take a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning, but the inning's still not over. There's a walk of Rhys Hoskins. Blake Snell pitching. Blake Snell has really not been very good this year. Michael Massey is going to get a base hit. So a 3-0 lead now, as a couple more outs there got by to end that inning, but a 3-0 lead now for Las Vegas. And there's a swing and a miss, a strikeout there. And Richardson's name is so long that they actually can't even fit it completely on his uniform. That's pretty funny to me, actually. But that was a filthy pitch by Gabriel Arias right there. So now 0-2. Josh Rojas at the plate, and Rojas takes a curveball low for ball 1. So the count 1-2 here, as Rojas got on base with a single his first time up. Now a 2-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. Curveball there. Brilliant pitch right there by Richardson. That was filthy. And 4 strikeouts by Simeon here. Simeon Richardson in his first few innings now. Carlos Correa at the plate, and Correa is going to fly it into the outfield. Soler is going to get there. And a good start for Richardson tonight. Good first 3 innings. Still has only allowed 1 hit and a walk so far. So we go to the top of the 4th. Here's Brian Reynolds again. Watch his first time up, a 940 OPS. 3-2 pitch here to Reynolds. It's a swing and a drive deep into right field. Reyes looks up, and that ball is gone. Nearly into the concourse area in this ballpark, and Reynolds with his 18th homer of the year. And the Rattlers are on the board, and it's 1-3 here in the 4th. So that was a bomb. That ball was crushed by Brian Reynolds. 3-1 here in the 4th inning. And, you know, on that full count pitch, didn't really locate that ball very well. And, I mean, that's a big league hitter right there. And Brian Reynolds getting it to the rocks just below the scoreboard in this really excellent park. This is a really great ballpark, one of the better ones in this league, in my opinion here. On a 2-2 pitch to Bobby Dolbeck, a ground ball stopped by Hoskins, and Rhys Hoskins will step on the first base bag to end the inning. But Brian Reynolds, I mean, he is just one of the better hitters in baseball, and he gets his 18th homer of the year and makes it a 1-2 game. We go to the 5th inning. First real mistake of the night for Richardson today. But here the Rojas is going to pop it up in the infield. Josh Rojas going behind or into the outfield a little bit, making the play to end the 5th inning. And that's a big clean 1-2-3 by Wood Richardson there, who was pitched through 5 complete innings. Has only allowed 1 run and 2 hits. So here's Josh Rojas at the dish. 1-2 to Rojas is a line drive, and that one will fall in and land for a base hit into the outfield. Wood Richardson, 62 pitches, the 30 hit of the game allowed by him here. Rojas makes it to the plate, or gets on base for his 2nd time. And actually, that is going to be the last pitch of the game by Woods Richardson, who doesn't have a ton of stamina. I think it's at 70 or 69 stamina. Started his career as a reliever, so not a guy that's going to be able to go deep into games, but really good outing for him. And I think that's just Las Vegas here bringing on Rowan Wick. He's had an excellent season out of the bullpen for them, and I think that in this point in the game, Wood Richardson has really pitched very well, but he is going to be facing this lineup for the 3rd time. And I mean, here's Brian Reynolds at the plate again. Had that home run last time. You just don't really want Wood Richardson to get stung by the order again and going through it for a 3rd time. And Reynolds is going to swing and drive it into the outfield. Here's Soler at the wall, and he goes to the opposite field and hits one out of here again. Brian Reynolds with his 19th, and he says, it doesn't matter who you have pitching against me, I'm still going to launch the baseball out of the park. How about that? A multi-homer game for Brian Reynolds. And with that homer, the Rattlers have the lead now, 4-3. And yeah, Rowan Wick frustrated by that pitch. And that first run, that Rojas base hit, will actually go against Simeon Woods Richardson because of that homer. So, and then Rowan Wick gives up a couple more hits after that, a single and a walk. So he really did not do his job out of the bullpen. And Gesellman will give up a base hit, then a sac fly. All those runs charged to Rowan Wick out of the bullpen. And all of a sudden, a 5-run top of the 6th inning makes it 6-3. Colorado out in front. So this one a little bit further out of reach now for Las Vegas. But there's a double by Massey, and the runner was actually thrown out at home plate. That is a big out right there. Might come back to play a big factor in the ending of this game. But we're going to go to the bullpen. Las Vegas is going to try and go to the bullpen here. And it looks like we're going to bring in Tony Santillan. I believe that's how you pronounce that name. Not sure exactly, but only 15 innings for him pitched all year. And he does get out of the top of the 8th inning there without a run allowed. So here's Will Smith, their setup man for Colorado, getting out of the 8th inning. Santillan is going to pitch 2 innings out of relief, and now Romero, will come out of the bullpen. Romero, 39 innings for him this season and a 1.83 ERA. He's been very good. Base hit. There's a strikeout. Yan Gomes is going to launch a 2-run, or actually, Tarantinos is going to launch a 2-run homer into the seats. So it's a 1-run game. Michael Massey comes out, and he's 2 for 3 in this one. He's had a good game offensively, and Romero, a little bit of a shaky save here. He's trying to complete the night. Brian Reynolds is over, makes the play. The catch is made. So now Las Vegas is down to their final out here in this one tonight. Here's Brian Hayes up to the plate. 0 for 4 on the day so far. Trying to extend things for Las Vegas. And the 0-1 is a little topper out in front of the plate. Contreras has it. He goes to first in time, and that is the end of the ball game. This one is over. Las Vegas rally falls short, and the Rattlers get their win here. 59 wins now for them on the season. Meanwhile, 59 losses for the Gamblers this year. And again, I mean, the Rattlers in this division race, every game super important down the stretch for them here at this point in the season. But, I mean, Richardson, a pretty good game for him. A couple of his strikeouts there, and that was one of his strikeouts. And then, but a big day by Bryan Reynolds. He's definitely the player of the game for the, or just overall, but especially for the Rattlers. 2 homers in this one, 4 RBIs, I believe. And the win goes to Blake Snell. The loss to Rowan Wick. But yeah, Bryan Reynolds 2 for 3, 2 homers, 4 ribbies as well in this one. Just a really, really great game for him. But Yan Gomes for Las Vegas was also 2 for 4, but you got to look at the numbers there. Reynolds 19 homers. Now Reynolds, Contreras got an RBI. Probably Dolbeck did as well. But there's the pitching. Blake Snell 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. So he gets the win because the bullpen was really good. Romano gets his 36th save of the season, although he did give up a couple of runs in that 9th inning, but still Colorado held on in the game. And then you see Tarantino's 10th homer. Yan Gomes had his 8th homer. Massey his 3rd RBI. Not a lot of RBI guys on this team besides Jorge Soler really is their highest RBI man on Las Vegas. And pitching, there's Richardson, his numbers. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. A 3.60 ERA after his Major League debut. Not terrible. Rowan Wick was definitely terrible, though. Didn't get an out, gave up 4 runs off of 2 walks and 2 hits. So that will be it for me in this episode, guys. Some Major League debuts here in this game. And, again, Mitch Haniger debuting with the Crusaders. So we'll stick with this franchise for a while now, as I've just told you. But we'll have more Major League debuts next time here in this franchise. Have a great day, everybody. You've been listening to Lucas from Mars. And I will see you in the next one. Remember to subscribe to this channel to be notified when I come out with new videos. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless.